Hey folks, we're live. Uh, I've been sitting here for hours modifying my 1960 Starliner here to put oversized wheels and tires and 3D engine in it and everything. And been working down here for hours and kind of chatting back and forth with Kevin Smith on Messenger at the same time. Uh, and I just got to thinking, hey, why don't I just go live and you guys can join along and see what I'm doing here. Hey Jim, how you doing? Since I'm not on camera, I don't have to worry about being as professional, so I'll glance over and say hey to you guys. But anyways, what I'm doing here, I wish this thing would show me who's all in the room. Jed, how you doing, buddy? Okay, so here's what I'm doing. Got the Starliner, and I'm putting these big oversized wheels and tires on it. Okay, and you're gonna see I've already did some grinding. I'm doing some hex ins that a newbie customizer would be doing because I know of no other way. Anyways, let me show you what I'm doing here. You'll see that I've already cut away, but I haven't finished it up real nice on the inner wheel wells there. And actually, when I get the tires in there, you don't even see, you won't even see that. But the front, I had these nice and buried, but the front sits extremely high. So let me demonstrate here. Howdy, but I don't know how to say your name, JDOJ. Give me a first name, that would help me. But welcome. Okay, so anyways, nice kit here, by the way, for an AMT. So, the back tires fit horrible on this kit. Let me see, I had a rubber band here too. I had a rubber band somewhere, I don't know what I did with it. Well, anyways, yeah, here it is. Okay. I found this model's real nice just to hold together with a rubber band while you're modifying it. AJ, thank you, sir. All right, so the back wheels were sitting really high. I mean, this thing had a rake where it was slammed down in the front and buried in the back. So I had to, the wheels actually protrude out a little bit there, so I had to shave the fronts of them a little bit. But I shaved all that, so now this tucks up in there really nice. So that's gonna slam. And that's the look I'm going for, okay? But the problem I have is on the front, you can't slam it. That's all the way up against the wheel well. If I was to even glue that to the top of the wheel well, so that's going to look awfully goofy. It's going to make the front high, and I don't want that look. I'm going for a slammed, low air ride look, like it's at a car show. So I was going to make it a curbside. But I did all this trouble of doing this 3D engine. Little small block Ford here. And that fits in there really nice. It took almost no modification to put that in there. Other than that, the engine compartment's not very nice or detailed on this car. And the only modification I had to do for the engine is just a little bit of shaving on the cross member for the transmission. Otherwise, nothing. How rare is that? Those 572 big block Chevys I've been working on, I've had to do massive grinding, hacking, and cutting to fit them in. But this is my second Ford small block. I really do think that the scale is off on those 572s. I think that they're on the big side of a 124 scale, and I think these are on the small side of a 125th scale, is probably the best way I can explain it. But anyways, this fits really nice. Otherwise, I would just glue that hood shut and make it a curbside because I'm going for the custom paint and the slam look. But I've already invested into this, and sure, I can use this motor on something else. But I am going to have to cut these top wheel wells out. So I've already started here, and I'm cutting that out, and that's going to look terrible because the tire is going to be sticking out through there. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm not the best scratch builder, but I have flat styrene. I'm going to try to build some like custom aprons, you know, like it's a show car. You know, I'll cover radiator support and I'll cover this, and I'll do custom, you know, whatever my pearl paint job is, I'll do the engine compartment the same way. So it's kind of the way I'm going. So right now you caught me just working on that, but I might as well have some company if I'm going to do this. So thanks for joining me. All right. Now this is all new to me. You know, so if anybody joins in that's new to the hobby model builder, this is probably good for you because you're going to learn with me. Also, when I ground that back area out, I had to grind my frame rails. Now, the only thing I'm going to have to customize back here is the leaf springs are not going to go where they were supposed to, because they are meant to go here, but that would be right over the tire being in the way. So I'll worry about that later. I'm not worried about the underside looking beautiful or anything, but I'll find a way to modify this spring and get it inside there, if I even choose to do that. You know, it's for looks. I'm not going to go for a judging competition. Might take it to I might take it to a I'm going to show chats in the room here too, by the way. I might take it to a show where it's just judged by People's Choice or something, you know, because it's just going to look cool. But anyways, that's what I'm doing, so let me take that apart. But I'm falling in love with the car here. I think it's going to me, I never thought the 60 Skyliner was a pretty car at all. But as custom as I'm going to take that stance and make it look, I think it's going to look pretty good. So I'm going to go two-tone paint too. I didn't shake this up real good, but the sides are going to be this Kaleido Inferno green. And the top and everything else, trunk, hood, everything else is going to be black, jet black. So I think that's going to be a pretty cool color scheme. And then those blacked out wheels and tires, which is not my thing. I'm a chrome guy from the old days. But anyways, yeah, okay, so with my modification, I'm hoping to get these tires way up in there like that, and if need be, I'll even shave down the tire a little bit because it's not going to show. But that's kind of look I'm going for. Let me try to show that again. So something like that. Kind of a slammed look. I'll be dry fitting these tires after I get my work done on the front. I know I got the back exactly where I want it now, so I'll get that body off to the side here. Hope everybody had a good day. We had a couple of warm days. Got into the, you know, 60s here, but it was a wet one today, and now it's slowly cooling back down. I think winter begins again tomorrow. So anyways, I used my Hardell battery-powered Dremel tool and did some slicing here and then filing. A combination of this, and I'm also using a body file because this does tend to melt a little bit, but you know, you can fix that with filing and sanding. But I'm also using this file. But now I got this cross. I cut a slice here and I cut a slice here, but now I got to cut the top off. So none of those tools are going to fit in there, so now I'm using my body scriber. Yeah, AJ, that's why I'm doing this, for the stance. I want it to look all slammed. I want them wheels to be tucked up because they're real big wheels. You know, they're 24-inch wheels on the back and 22s on the front. You know, where this car had 15s from the factory. So I think it's going to look good slammed. Again, I'm old school, so it's not really my thing, but I do appreciate a nice looking Pro Stock or custom Resto Mod or whatever. So yeah, that's the theme of this one. Sometimes you just got to get outside your comfort zone and come out of your shell and try something new. All new to me, though. My biggest problem is if I was just a model builder, then I can take my time and just enjoy the process. But, you know, having a channel too, I mean, I kind of always got to keep new stuff coming out. So that means, you know, you gotta, you know, every week or every 2 weeks at least, you know, it's good to have a new build or a build video coming out, or just a good entertaining video of some sort. So I do feel the pressure to keep going. Not a pressure though, because I enjoy it. The pressure is when the builds are slowing me down and I can't do it. And I pretty much, that's why I'm saying I don't care if this turns into a curbside, because it's the look I'm going for. It's that stance and that paint job is the most important part to this. I don't care if a judge turns it upside down and says, well, leaf springs don't go there, or you're missing your upper control arms. You know, we're not going that route. Chad, it looks like a nice kit. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. What I like though is, you know, not only do you got your floor pan here, but the frame is separate. So you can really detail that out. I mean, you can paint the floor pan one way and weather it up a little bit. You can paint your frame yet another way. Looks like it's going to be a good build. Don't know what the engine would even look like because I'm not going there. You know, I'm doing a 3D engine. But I think it's going to be fun. I'm glancing over too because I was chatting with Kevin pretty much all night. So I did send him an invite to go live with me. He said he had to ask the warden. I haven't seen him come back yet. Maybe he's out walking the dog or something. But so right now I'm just kind of scribing back and forth to get that opened up. It was sort of like, you know, as I was getting into this, it's like, man, I really want that look, but to do it right, you know, like a master builder would do, this thing would take me a year, you know. Well, I just can't bring myself to be that kind of builder, at least not yet. You know, I'm only 1 year into the hobby. I want to have fun, and to me, being stalled and frustrated isn't the fun part. Even the engine, I was very frustrated about that because the 3D printed stuff, it's awesome detail. I mean, look at that carburetor. Look at that carburetor. I mean, beautiful detail on that. I did my little pad printing method on the Ford logo on the valve covers. I don't know if you can really see that. But this kit had an optional air conditioning and power steering setup, which all went on the fan belt and pulley assembly here, and it was all there. It was all beautiful. It was all beautiful, and I was puttering around, took this out of the car, and dropped it from about this distance, which is only about 2 inches, and shattered the fan belt in several places, and that's what holds everything together. So one problem with 3D print stuff is it is so fragile. I have a spare, but I don't think I'm going to go there because I'd have to break the bond from the super glue to replace all that. I'm thinking about it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. It would look cool, you know, because if it's a resto mod, it would have all those creature features, you know. Ain't gonna have manual power or manual steering and no AC, you know. I would think that it would have all that new modern stuff. So. Lay it on its side and cut towards the outer wheel well from the engine bay. Watch those fingers. That's good advice. You mean like this, buddy? Probably attack it from both sides. Just gotta join the two cuts there. There you go. I'm through. I just got to get it to move move over just a little bit more, a fraction more. The nail polish modeler. He didn't like that, AJ. Then he said he wants to stick with what everybody knows him for. And I said, oh, so it must be the legendary builder. He's not going with that one either. I think he's getting some ribbing because I called him legendary in that video I did. I think he is, though. I mean, he's a legendary builder. He was doing this stuff 20 years ago, 25 years ago, without all the modern stuff that we have today. And yes, nail polish. Nail polish was one of the big things. I don't know about you guys. There's a whole different scene in the people and the crowd on YouTube and the comments and followers and subscribers than there is on like Facebook. Like some poor guy had a post about nail polish, and I happen to know Kevin's done some beautiful paint jobs, and he was asking if it could be done and airbrushed and all that, and I said absolutely. I said I haven't done it, but my friend Kevin has, and he's turned out some beautiful work, and I even, you know, kind of shared a picture, but people were like, oh no, can't do that, gonna ruin your airbrush, gonna, you know, clog your airbrush, and just arguing with me, you know. I mean, the results is there. I mean, a beautiful car built and painted with nail polish, and they're, you know, they just argue with you. I don't get that on YouTube. I'm gonna say 0.1% of the time I get something negative. And it's not even negative enough for me to delete. It's not like a derogatory or anything. It's just a criticism that's pretty harsh. But I'm man enough to take that. Scale Motorsports carry small saw blades. Yeah, I know. Oops. I just dropped mine. Yeah, I know. They can fit on here. They got serrated edges. I just don't have one. But that would be perfect. I am going to get them. I wasn't going this route. I didn't think I had to go this route until I really started getting into it. Okay. Now I got to find where I put my Allen wrench. William, hello. Welcome. I'm much more relaxed doing this kind of live. And it's my first time ever doing a live this way. I like the show that I'm doing, and I wanted to do a quality show. I know I got a long ways to go before I'm polished on that. Like I had audio issue yesterday, I had my wrong mic on. But I enjoy doing that, and I'm hoping that I just develop into a pretty good interviewer and a good host. It'll come to me, I think. But this here, just being live, randomly building, this is fun because I have no pressure to do it right. I have no technology pressure to be displaying stuff on the screen and, you know, doing all that stuff. I'm not on camera. But of course, if you watch my build videos, they look like just slamming that stuff out. So no editing here, folks. This is this is how long shit takes me. 200 scale paper version of the USS Missouri. Wow. Wow. Yeah, someday I want to try a ship, but, you know, I'm not going to do, you know, it'll be a kit. I have a plane, what is it? P-40B Tiger Shark plane that I bought at Hobby Lobby a while back. It's funny, too, just a coincidence, but one day I was there and I just thought, hey, I'm going to pick up a plane. And since then, a lot of YouTubers that are model builders, car builders, have built planes. It's like they read my mind. I thought I was going to be like doing something creative, like, hey, Ken's doing something different. Well, James Chester did one. Jason of Blue Ox just did one. So not everybody, I guess, but those are some big hitters. Yeah, I know. I need to get that serrated saw blade. Slugo, hello there, buddy. Pit Snipe Husker, good evening. Pit Snipe Husker. Okay, don't recognize your name, sir. Welcome. So for those of you that are just joining in, I'm modifying this 1960 Ford Skyliner so I can slam it down with some big oversized wheels and tires. Working in a different comfort zone than what I'm used to, which is good. I like a challenge. Okay, I'm gonna scrap that one some more. Yeah, I can imagine how nice that would be to have that serrated hobby knife. You know what? I just might have one. I forgot about it. I'm going to walk away from the camera for just a minute, folks. Well, I'm back. I'm not going to... It's out in the garage, I think, somewhere. But I have a case. It wasn't for the X-Acto knife, but it was some other case that had all kinds of blades in it that I remember. You know what, folks? Please be patient with me. I am going to go get that. I'll be right back. Okay, definitely not a polished live stream here. How is it that you can know you have something and for the last 15 years you had to move it and shuffle it every time you went to get something else out of a cabinet, but now that I need it, I can't find it. Alright, so it's hacking away. Hacking and talking. Sometimes I'll use a flashlight like that so I can see where my cut is because it hasn't come through yet. I can see it. I don't think it's showing up on camera. There it is. I like this scriber. Probably from China. But it's got different blades on it. I use it for my panel line and window trim. I'd like to get my hands on that Tamiya one that everybody talks about, but this one does a pretty good job for me. Hey Paul, how you doing? Oh, I wish I had that saw blade. K-Dog's in the house. Yeah, I do have a cutoff wheel, but what I'm doing is I had this one and this one, but I'm now doing a crosscut and it doesn't fit very well. Because I need to preserve that outer edge. But that is what I use for the other cuts. That's about as far as I could take it. Might have been far enough though. Might have been just enough. Close. I'm close. But anyways, this is one of those cheaper kits where the body looks great. The underbody looks great, the chassis. But the engine compartment has a lot to be desired because it doesn't really have the real fender aprons or anything. Well, actually, these old cars didn't, I guess. But I'm hacking it up here. So what I'm going to have to do to get my tires to fit, I'm having to cut these upper wheel wells out. And then I'm going to have to manufacture like custom apron. There we go. We're getting close. Yeah, I'll just make like a tonneau cover, if you will, for the engine compartment. I'm not sure what you call those things. TJ's got the same scriber. Yeah, I do like it. I think that's a 0.1 or a 0.2 millimeter. It's the only one I really use. It comes with other fatter blades, but I've not needed them yet. I'm close. This is why I wanted to go live, because this was awfully boring. Jeez. You're not allowed to say 4-letter words on YouTube, are you? Yeah, Slugo, when they call my name at the doctor's office or something, they say, Ken Malaysia. I don't know where they get that from. It's pronounced Melissa, like the girl's name. And let me tell you, when you're in high school on the football team and your last name's Melissa, I can tell you the ribbon and teasing I used to get. You know, boy named Melissa. Oh well. Funny that stuff used to bother you. You know, I could give a rat's ass if somebody calls me that today or teases me about my name. You know, one thing about old age is comes wisdom, experience, and I don't give a shit. All are great qualities. All right. Yep. No, that Y is like a I. Melissa. Just like the girl's name, Melissa. I wish I had a cool name for model building, like James Tester. At first, I thought that was a stage name. You know, I mean, a model builder and your last name's Testers. You know, I mean, that's pretty cool. All right, folks. Finally got it. Okay. Now let's just see if that's even enough, or if it's in the ballpark. So I gotta kind of put this back together. I don't mind though. When I'm just down here playing, I don't mind how long it takes. But I like this, you know. I mean, this chassis fits in. It's got positive placement. The frame fits on there real nice. Positive placement. All right, let's see if we can stick a tire in there. And I don't think it's close enough yet, but we'll see. Nope. Okay, so I got to widen it all out because it doesn't sink in there yet. But now I'll go a little quicker. So switch my bit out here instead of this rotating cutting blade. I'll put my little sanding drum on, and I have knurled drums and all kinds of stuff to come with the kit there. You know, quite a few accessories there. John, I'd rather be called Melissa than a boy named Sue. Well, I guess. I thought they were kind of the same. All right. And I'm just going to clean this up. I mean, all my final stuff's going to be done with hand files and sandpaper. I want this outer edge though, because that plants up into the body, positive location for the chassis to fit. So I want to save that. It would have been easier just to chop it all off. I bet that sounds good, huh? Is it loud? Obnoxious? Okay, that's too big of a bit. I'm gonna switch that out. All right. So I'm gonna try one of these little knurled bits here. Like when I do my little rust holes, when I'm doing a patina paint job, I go through all kinds of different things because they fit in different places. You know, you get in tight spots. But like this little knurled bit here is probably going to do the trick for me. A nice little bit there. You know, AJ, the Testers enamels. By the way, I don't know if anybody was paying attention yesterday during my live stream where I talked about it, but I found 2 old bottles of my paint. Testers enamel, 19 cents. Look at that, huh? And one for 30. This dates back to the early 70s, folks. But anyways, yeah, you can airbrush that stuff. Mix it 1-to-1 with Mr. Color Leveling Thinner, and it'll spray a beautiful paint job. And if you're patient and you give it about 7 days, it'll cure. Put it in your dehydrator to help it out. I'm usually not patient enough, though. I mean, I like the MCW because it cures faster. MCW has a hardener but I quit using it because, you know, hardeners, once you crack that lid, the clock is tipping, flipping, the clock is clicking away on that stuff hardening up and being useless. So I have found that I no longer use it, but yet in about 48 hours, their MCW enamels are ready for sanding, taping, anything you want, where the testers takes a lot longer. Yeah, so this, it takes a while. It's not eating away a lot of material. It's hard to have everything on camera. Performing for the camera, that's hard work. The hardest part of my build sometimes is making sure I got stuff on camera. There's been times where I was doing something, oh, that's going to be really cool for my video, and then when I go to edit it, I was working over my lap off the bench here, and it's not even in camera frame. I don't know why I'm being so neat, because since I'm going to be building a fake tonneau cover or whatever you call that cover over the engine compartment, and you're not going to see, you know, once that tire's in there, you're not going to see the hack job there either. But by doing this too, without cutting them out all the way, I'll still be able to get my upper control arms in there. Not sure how visible they'll be, but... I bet that's loud on the... Is the sound good from my phone? My talking? This is real slow going, but I guess it's better than hacking away and you can't put it back. Okay, I need to work on that some more. Yeah, I need to come in some and out some. So I'm going to go back to my sanding drum for a little bit. Thanks, John. My volume's good. All right. Carl, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining me. Krista, how you doing? I did send a link to the legendary man. He said he had to ask the warden. I don't know who the warden is. Krista, do you know? Is there a warden at your house? Or is he in prison? Because he certainly can't be referring to the missus. I bet that sounds like a dentist drill, huh? Hacking away. If this was on Facebook, oh my God, I'd be getting slammed for doing this. That sounds so good. No chance of parole. Kevin, I did send you a link. I don't know if you saw it. Okay, still no go. AKA the wife, the warden, the commander-in-chief. Yeah. Yeah, I got the same thing here, I guess. I was watching Craig Woods today. He on Craig's Corner. He did a video about his latest ads. Things that he purchased or whatnot. And he was talking about his wife. She was at Walmart, and like my Walmart doesn't have kits, but he said his rarely does. But they did, and every time she goes to Walmart, she's calling them and saying they got this and that, and should I pick it up? And he'll say, yeah, give me one. And then, I guess she bought him 3 of the same kit. She just said, well, there were only 3 left, so I got them all for you. That's pretty cool. And she knows he has like 400 kits. Well, there's more fun than sitting down here just doing this by myself. Appreciate you guys being with me here. Okay, we're getting closer. And if I really wanted to or had to, I can hack these tops of these tires down a little bit too, because they aren't going to show. Ken in the mid-80s guys had a 71 Demon with a 440. Inner fender wells were cut open for the fender well headers. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep, we did that stuff to fit something big in there. I could, but I'm kind of going for that custom, this is going to look like it's a custom resto mod. So if it was a racer or something, yeah, by all means I would. In fact, that's a great idea. If I'm going to go that route on a build, that would work. I know I act like I know exactly what I'm doing here. But I'm a good actor. You see me in front of a green screen. You don't have the link. Let me try again. Hold on. Oh my God, I don't want to lose that. Yeah, it shows I sent it to you. Maybe I didn't hit enter. Kevin, I sent it to you, but I didn't hit enter. There you go. You got it now. I'm not really stupid with technology, but I'm stupid under pressure. Like my job at work, because they didn't bring me back. They begged me to come back to help out for a while. But there's a lot of computer work and a lot of presentations, and I've got everything from Excel spreadsheets and that I've designed, and I'm really good at all that stuff. But when I'm demoing it and showing somebody, I'm stumbling. It's like I have all thumbs. Coming, Kevin? There he is. Okay, so what do I got to do here to bring you in? And hey, buddy, how you doing?
Not sure.
See, I'm gonna see if I could just. There you go. You're still on. Your mic's on, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I hear you.
There's a little delay.
I'm gonna have to put my headphones on though, because that's probably gonna sound like an echo, right? Kevin, say something, and folks tell me if you hear an echo.
Test.
Yep, echo. Hold on. I got to fix for that.
Uh-oh.
wear my headphones. Okay,
Krista's
that should fix that problem.
Krista's texting me. I'm not going to try to answer it.
Okay.
I end up knocking myself out of here, probably.
Okay, Chet, is that gone now, though? Now that I have my headphones on, there should not be an echo.
Yeah, let me see. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay.
Folks, there should not be an echo. I don't know if you can see your tools there. It's better. Okay, Chet, good. Kevin, when you sign on, there should be like a tool there where you can hit a little box that says echo, echo
Yeah.
something decreaser. So, but I think
Yeah.
the problem was that I had my speaker on, so when you speak, it's a little time delayed, so it was an
Oh.
echo.
Oh, I see.
But I got my
Yeah.
headphones on. So, anyways, Kevin,
Yeah.
remember I was telling you about my idea here, so tucking those
Yeah.
wheels up. And then I'll just build a new fender apron, or what do you call that?
Yeah.
Fender apron or a tunnel for the engine compartment?
I usually just call them inner wheel well liner.
Yeah, there you go. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you could
figure out
probably.
what you call it.
I've seen people just cut those out too, where you see the tires. If you're building
Yeah.
something like a hot rod,
Well, I want this outside edge here because that is like a locating point, and that's going to
right?
hold that in position. And there's not much you can shave off the wheel because they're low profile tires. There's almost no
Yeah.
sidewall.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's see.
You'd have to almost razor saw them to get them shoved up higher. That's the old slammer trick to get them up in there.
All right, this is getting
You
closer, so let me. I
you
got
get it. You get it too low, then your oil pan will scrape. That's a big old boat in it.
this car. Yeah, I never thought it
Yeah.
was a very attractive car, but when I came up with the idea of how I was going to take this one,
Yeah.
it became more attractive to me. you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
let's see, rubber band.
As things age, they get to be cool after a while. It's like the old ugly Dodges.
All right, let's put the camera down here. See if that looks slammed enough. It's getting
Oh
better.
yeah. Yep.
It's getting better. I don't think I really need to do much more on that front.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
have
if
to
he
do
went,
all four. I'll have to bring the other one to the same position and test it real good first, and then I can always fine tune it.
yep. Yeah, you go any lower, your frame would be scraping probably, or your oil
Okay,
pan.
TJ, the volume levels are off. Ken is almost mute.
Oh,
Okay, let me check on that. Let me see. Kevin was trying to warn me yesterday that I was coming through weak,
yeah.
and it was hard to hear you.
Yeah, it
Automatically
was.
adjust volume, but I can manually do it too.
Yeah, it was
How's that?
like you were.
Is that better?
It was like you were in a barrel or something.
All right, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Volume check. Volume check. What do you guys think? Anybody? One thing I learned is don't stare at the screen waiting for a reply because with that time delay and the time it takes for somebody to type, you just look like a
Yeah.
fool staring at your screen.
Right on.
Okay. TJ, am I any better? No change. No
Huh.
change. Well,
Guess I'm monkeying. I guess I'm
I got
mucking
something.
things up here.
I got something else. Hold on.
Hey, you know more about it than I do. That's why I don't do any of this stuff yet.
I'm bringing out my studio mic here. The one that was supposed to be working yesterday was brand new, and I had the
Yeah.
darn thing set wrong.
Uh-oh.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. That should sound a lot different.
Oh yeah, that sounds better.
Does it? Okay.
Yep. Sounds like you're right here in the room now.
Okay, good. Good.
Yep.
Let's see here. I'm going to change the camera for just a second here.
Yeah, I probably should flip mine down
Yeah, so
so I'm
this is
not
my
so
new
I'm not
setup
tiny.
here. So yesterday during our 90-minute live cast, I'm talking into this thing like a fool, but yet the microphone is actually was inside the camera, and that's why I sound like a tin can.
Yeah. Oh
All
boy.
right, so here I am whittling away at my desk with now headphones and a big mic on here, but a lot better, Paul and TJ. Okay, good, good. All righty. You know, one of the things I like about the channel. Oop, I got some feedback there. I heard myself repeating myself. But one of the things I like about the channel and doing all this stuff is I get to buy toys. Like, why else would I need this microphone? But it's cool tech, and I get to buy it because I have the channel.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right, so that's
I just figured out how to read the comments. I guess I don't need to see myself as long as I can see people's comments.
all right. So what are you looking at? This screen has them. Plus, can you see them off to the side too, or not?
Not
Like
my
on mine, I see it on the side like you would on a regular YouTube feed.
Yeah. Well, I'm using my phone.
Oh, okay.
And it's all comments. I can see kind of through the comments.
Yeah.
I really don't need to see nothing other than if you're trying to show me something.
Yeah. See, this is a
Let's
little
see.
easier doing a casual podcast like this. I was telling the folks because I'm not on camera. I'm not worried about giving you a nice production. I'm just
Right.
playing here, so I can
Yeah.
glance over and see
Yeah.
people's comments. Where yesterday, as I'm talking about stuff, you know, I totally missed and I saw when I watched the replay, you warned me twice about my volume being all screwed up, or my sound being
Yeah.
screwed up.
I was going to text you, but I didn't want to sidetrack you and have you knock yourself off air.
Yeah, and it probably wouldn't have worked because I would have been distracted and like, okay, I can't answer Kevin right now for whatever. He ought to know I'm on TV. Anyways, okay, let's go back to the right camera here. All right,
What's your name? Jadioj.
AJ.
I I was
Let's
chatting
go by
with him
AJ.
last night on oh, that's AJ.
Yeah,
I was
I didn't know
chatting with
either.
him
He
on
told me.
Scale Riders last night, and I didn't catch his name then. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm kind of up in the air with whether I'm going to do a channel or not. AJ. Okay.
It depends, Kev. I mean, you definitely got the content. No worry there. Uh,
Oh yeah.
you know, working on camera is a challenge. Like this
Yeah.
isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. I'm not assembling and gluing and doing all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
this isn't too bad. That's why I went live. I would have never probably gone live on a regular build, but
Well, if I do it, I'll probably just if I ever figure it out, I'll just pop on live and see who's out there. Guess you'd have
yeah,
to be subscribed to me to. I don't have no content yet.
gonna make some
My dog Cooper has
noise.
more content than I do. If you look up Koopy's first bath, you can see him when he was a puppy. That's like 14-year-old video.
I can't tell you how lucky I got though when I started out because I did that 4-part paint series, and and that got attention. So before my second week, I had already had 1,500 subscribers.
Oh yeah,
And YouTube, you got to have at least 1,000, and I think it's 4,000 watch hours. So by my second week, I beat both of those minimums, so I became monetized.
yeah,
So I do get ad revenue, and it helps. It doesn't make you rich for sure, but it helps pay for
yeah,
kits and it helps pay for paints and stuff. And then you pick
yeah,
up some sponsors. So now I get some samples free, and I get discounts, and
yeah.
so it's
Cooper's a real
cool. I'm
cool
treating it
dog
like a
too. There, Slugger.
business.
He's
Treating it
my
like a
right hand.
business.
Cooper's my
Oop.
right hand man. I call him my little shadow, my little Yorkie.
So this is
Yeah,
a cheapie here, Hardell rotary tool. What's his name? Matt's Model Works or Matt's Models and More. I always get his name wrong. He demoed one that somebody sent him to test,
yeah,
and it had a lot of torque. Like this thing here will bog down,
Yeah,
but the
that's
one
the
he
safer
demoed
way.
had torque. What, the bog down?
Yeah. Is
Well, the bog down's safer.
one of the saw blades you get like at Harbor Freight, or is that a
Yeah, it's a
abrasive
little.
wheel? Yeah.
No, it's a little serrated edge.
Yeah.
See it? Yeah.
Yeah, I got a set of those at Harbor Freight, man. They're you definitely got to be careful with them.
Uh, Somewhere in my garage, I couldn't find it. I actually left camera and went searching my garage, but I just couldn't find it. I know I have
Yeah.
some blades that are serrated, but I'm going to order the little saw blades that you can get for
Yeah,
this because that would have worked.
try
Like
to
when I had to cut that junction between those two things, a serrated blade would have helped a lot.
I'll show you my favorite one here if I can
Okay.
find it. I got dug out all my tools here and still sorting through getting ready for this Oldsmobile thing. See if I can find
Guys,
that blade.
I have to show you something. I'm going to stop for a second here. But this Kevin guy, he's something else. Hang on just a second.
Oh yeah, right. You're gonna make my head expand and my hat's gonna tear. Let's see. Oh, there she is. Yep.
Okay, so, Kevin had given me his 68 Firebird when he sent me the Galaxy kit to build for him because he knew I admired it. That's when I was sitting on at the Akron Car Show at the start of my video. But I admired this one. I was at his house and I had him a couple questions about panel lining and stuff. And he keeps thinking he owes me because we did the episode and I did that build, but I did it out of friendship and it was just fun to do. But he keeps sending me this stuff. Look at this build, guys. This is beautiful.
Well, that
This
was the
thing is
least I could do.
gorgeous. Oh, it's gorgeous.
You like it?
I love it. I absolutely
Yeah.
love it.
I figured you'd appreciate it more than me. I like Mopars and everything, but it just never
Oh,
really tricked my trigger, you know.
your work is so impeccable.
Besides, I needed room in the showcase.
Real nice. He does like a fade on the exhaust there, so it looks like it's been heated up.
Yeah, it's
Weathers
got
it. Yeah.
the accurate overspray that would have come from the factory along the rockers there.
Yeah.
They never masked none of those. As
Definitely
far as
not a
I know, they did. Yeah.
factory engine. So
Yeah, I
that
don't know
does a
why.
lot for sure.
That was the AMT kit. I don't know where that engine came from. It's the one in the kit. I always thought it
Really?
was quite weird looking, but I
Yeah.
just
I
went with
mean,
it.
yeah.
That's everything that was in the box.
How weird is that?
And
Beautiful heater
that one
hoses. He put
had
heater hoses. That's not kit, right? No, that is kit, huh? The heater
yeah,
hose. Did you make those?
everything in its kit.
Oh
I
wow,
added
beautiful.
the I added the gold line tires. You got to really look close to see the gold lines,
Isn't that
and then
smoothie?
you got to be careful. You got to be careful. The front fenders actually have little tiny stainless steel mud flaps on it.
Yeah, I
If you're
know.
not,
Look at that.
I
I don't
didn't
know if
put
you
them on the
guys.
back because they looked weird on the back, so I didn't even put them on.
Uh, I shouldn't have put it
I
on my bench here, though. I'm gonna have to dust this off now.
Yeah, I
But
gave it a
yeah,
good
the mud
cleaning
flaps are
before I
cool.
sent it to you.
And he
See, I
didn't.
used
These are not decals, folks. That
yeah,
is
that's
paint. He masked and sprayed those side stripes. That is not decals.
yeah. Yeah, that actually has some kind of clear on it. I don't remember. I know it was lacquer paint, and then the Wimbledon white stripe would have been put on, and then some kind of clear. But I would assume it's my Omni clear. But
Okay, hang on a second here. I got to take my headphone off. I'm gonna get this away from my grinding.
yeah, yeah, I gave it a good cleaning before I sent it. I'll wait till you get your headphones on to say much more. I'm still looking for my favorite razor saw. Let me see if I can go find it. Oh.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna make a little more noise here. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm eyeballing it, but I'm cutting it toward the inside. I know I'm not cutting it too big. I figure I can just grind bigger if I need to. It's not my look though. I mean, this is a fun build, and I'm gonna like. I know where my vision is, and it's gonna be really cool looking. But it's not my cup of tea. The younger crowd will like it, I think. And by younger, I mean anybody 50 or younger. Am I right?
Ouch. I just stabbed myself. Phil, I've been waiting for my toolbox for a while. I'm
Watch your
gonna,
fingers. Count them. Count them. How many you got?
yeah, really. Might have to get the band-aid up. I'm gonna flip to the other camera. Back.
Okay, so you need me to put you on here. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll show you some of my tools. They're just basic stuff, but yeah. Hold your
Hold.
hold your guts, guys. I'm gonna make you dizzy here. See if I'm in the screen here.
All right, I'm
This
trying
is
to figure out.
my
Hang on, I'm trying to figure out how to get you big. I'll just split the screen because if I make myself small,
yeah. That's cool. Now they'll be able to see. Let's see. Let me figure out why I got a blurry spot here. Huh. I don't have the tripod set up for one thing.
see, I got to talk to somebody who's got a chance using this StreamYard. But every time I make you big and take myself off stage,
Yeah.
even though it says I'm not muted, I am muted. Like I was talking, nobody can hear me.
Yeah,
Not sure what's going on.
this is one of my weapons here for scribing. I use my this old rusty. I'll get it in the frame here.
Okay, sort of like
Ooh.
mine. See, I got one of those
Yeah.
like
I
that.
I use this to get my scribing started with.
Okay.
And then I got the bigger one here with the handle. Now this might be a little hard to do. And then I got the one that goes in my little stubby. Let's see if I just lay it in my holder here. My stubby little phone holder. That's my Exacto. I got cut off to. That's actually a
Yeah,
saw
I
blade.
want that blade. Yeah.
That's actually a saw blade. I don't even remember where I bought it.
Hop in your car. You could be over here in 40 minutes.
but but I thought it's easier to stay in the grooves with the razor saw. You know.
John had an answer for you here. Kevin, that motor that came in the 71 Duster Street Machine kit from AMT 1998. Okay, so it must have been a Street Machine kit. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
If it came in a kit, it had to have been something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It kind of looked like the Viper engine. I think. And here's my
Yeah.
little nothing high tech here. Is just where I keep all my tools and stuff, all my brushes. I always dip my brushes in oil after I use them.
Oh, really?
These have been sitting for since 2004, and they're still just like brand new.
Well, do you keep that covered or in a cabinet or something? It looks. I mean, it looks clean.
Well, I washed everything when I
Oh,
brought it up from the basement because everything was cruddy. You know, this one brush here was like $30. It's a squirrel hair. See if I can get it in frame. Maybe I'd be
which
better
one?
off with it back to my front camera. I'm having trouble getting stuff in the frame here.
Yeah, that can be hard.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy here's my favorite brush. Well, where is it? Yeah. Oh, I had such trouble with the camera. Where the heck's my camera? There it is. Yeah, this was originally a pinstriping brush, and I gave it a haircut for detail painting.
Let me see it. Okay, yeah.
And then I got everybody has their favorites. This is another old striping brush. I think these were Mac brushes. Just And then I have
I
my striping brushes.
I can't do freehand stripes or anything. But the funny thing is, I can lay pinstripe tape down nice and straight, and
Yeah.
even masking tape nice and straight. But I cannot run a paintbrush nice and straight across anything.
No.
I've never
No, me
tried the
either.
actual pinstripe, the long
Yeah.
haired,
Yeah.
horse haired, whatever it is. But I've never tried that. But I don't think I got it. But isn't that weird? I could tape and
Yeah. Well, I can pinstripe, but I prefer to tape them when I do them. I could I was getting to where I could do each side of a car in about 40 minutes with the pinstriping tape, like the fine line.
yeah,
And lay the tape down the side of the car and hit it with the big Max Sword striping brush and pull the paint the tape as I went with the brush. You always get a crisp line if you can pull your tape while the paint's wet.
yeah.
And this is the rotary cutter I was telling you about for cutting foil.
I got one, buddy. I got one. My wife got this for me Christmas of last year. And
I
I did try
use
that. And I painted I put black magic marker on the edge like you told me.
Yep. Sure
Yep.
helps, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not on camera. Yep. See, I got one.
Yep. First thing I did was take the guard off of mine and darn near cut my finger off with it.
It took me a
I
while to
didn't
figure the
realize
thing
how
out, but yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then your tip about laying tape after you put your foil down on a long
right.
stripe helped. Like this car is
Yeah.
going to have that too. It's going to have not all the way across the whole body.
Yeah, this thing don't want to spin for him. Gotta be careful I don't cut
But
myself.
I'm also probably going to want to do a chrome strip because my two tones, everything's going to be black on top and the green is only going on this side.
Yeah,
So I'm probably going to chrome this edge.
right.
And that'll be tricky too. So tape is definitely going to be the answer for that one.
It seems like I'd seen a Starliner done with all the chrome removed and filled in. I'm trying to remember who built that. The real car. It was pretty cool when it was done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's if you take the guard off of that rotary cutter, you can see where you're cutting better.
Ah, okay.
Like if you're wanting to do a long strip down the side of a car, you just put this on and you don't have to put any pressure. You got to get the wheel rolling real easy, like, and no tension on the adjuster. See how easy that's been?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
You don't want to use it like a pizza cutter and cut your finger off. That's what I
No.
did. Still got the nasty scar from that. That's what I did a lot of the chrome on the olds with this, like the
I
rub strips for the roof or under the luggage rack.
have a little wood shop out backyard there in my shed, and I have a table saw and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't use the guards. I can't see the
No.
wood.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I can't
can't.
see what I'm doing.
No, you can't.
But they're all still here.
Well, if you like woodworking, I got a tool that you'd like to get rid of. You remember the old shopsmiths?
Oh yeah. What do you got? The lathe or something? Yeah,
Yeah,
that
this
that that thingy.
this has yeah, it's a 1957. I I special ordered the belt through Shopsmith. They're still in business, believe it or not. And it's the only place you can get the belt.
No kidding.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
that was the dream machine in the
Oh
day,
yeah.
boy.
Oh man, it's a workhorse.
The
I
only thing
used
is,
it.
the only thing I always thought about that is, I would rather have like I do separate equipment.
Dedicated,
because
yeah.
yeah, because like I can just keep cutting one thing on my one saw, then take it over to my bandsaw, and then take it over to my
Yeah.
lathe
Yeah.
instead of having to reconfigure the machine
Yeah.
for every single movement that I'm going to do. That was the only thing. I now maybe it was easy to do. I don't know, but
Yeah.
that was my
Yeah. That
thinking. It
was,
was it wouldn't work.
yeah, I was so excited when I got it, and I got it down
Which
in the
color
basement.
green, Krista?
I got it down in the basement, got it all working good, and first time I used it, it was like, you dummy, you know that's going to put dust right into the furnace. So
Yeah.
I don't have a garage to work in, so I'd be
Inferno
happy if
green.
somebody.
You
I'd
know
be
the
happy
house
if somebody
colors.
came and just took the thing off my hands. Actually,
If I was a younger man, I would probably do it. But at
yeah,
my age, I now have a bunch of hobbies.
yeah, yeah.
Because let's
It's
let's face it. I mean, this model building started as a like, hey, what am I going to do when it's cold?
right.
So I started that. Then I went
Yep.
to the channel. Okay.
Yep.
Uh, and then once the channel got going and monetized, I started like toying with it as treating it like a business, because I have business experience. I've had my own business
Oh yeah.
before, so it was like, okay, I'm going to run this like a little small business and see what I can make happen with it. So that's
Exactly.
why I get creative. That's why I make myself a little green screen guy, and that's why I started the live feeds, and I'm just trying to up my product a little bit.
Hmm.
uh, and and then sponsorship to get free stuff. No, I don't get loaded with free stuff, so don't get jealous, anybody. But I do get
Yeah, really.
occasionally something, you know. Uh, but you do get the affiliate stuff, like when I give you guys that discount. That if you click on a link, I do get a small kickback, and that's nice. Again, it doesn't make me rich, but it's covering some of the costs of the hobby and my equipment here.
Yeah, I'm reading the comments here. Then I'm gonna turn my camera around and I'm gonna walk you through that one of those binders that Tom sent me for reference for that model.
Krista
Let's
likes my
see.
taste. Good, thanks, Krista. Yeah, it's a pretty
Remember,
green.
you remember the pictures I sent you? That binder that guy sent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oops.
turn around and show you this. He's got two or three of these binders. Just for the binders,
Holy.
he paid like
Yeah.
$100 for each binder just to be authentic, you know.
What are you showing me? You're showing me the binder? I put you back
I'm
on in case you.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip my camera here real
All right,
quick
hold on.
if I can figure it out. Back camera. Here we go. Yeah, this is the binder.
Yeah, look how nice and professional looking that is.
Every reference photo that he kept during the restoration of that car is in these binders. Here's the his chassis work. He didn't
Yep.
do any welding on this car, any rust. He glued the panels on. He said he don't believe in welding. All it does is promote rust and a restoration, I guess. He took the gas tank and put two tanks together to add more capacity, more miles of driving. His first car he had like that, it had a normal gas tank. He was stopping every 50 or 100 miles. And this is more of the chassis. And gets into here's the details I need, like when I got to scribe the fender skirt, and that's the rear quarter there. And that shot here, I don't know if are they coming through on,
You just disappeared. They were. Lost you. Krista, I think it's either on my year end builds of the year or my first 12 builds of the year. I did a 71 Mach 1 in metallic, light green metallic, grabber green metallic. It's sort of like the shade that I'm doing this. That car was beautiful. My brother had the real car in that real shade. It's a beautiful color. Green's not usually my favorite, but this kind of shade is. Okay, Kevin's back. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Bring you back. Lost you, buddy.
Yeah, I was with the turn pages. I must have hit something on my screen there. Danny,
I'm
I
kind of
was
busy hacking away here, but I am glancing occasionally at what you got going on. So,
trying to find one that shows stuff in actual, not reversing.
whoop, there we go. All right, I'm almost through here.
Hey, he definitely gave me enough reference stuff.
I
Here's
need a
where he.
I need a better X-Acto knife. I don't like these things. They keep loosening up on me.
Here's the
Okay,
only rust on the whole car is where he had to patch a hole in the rocker,
pretty
and
clean.
you can see his patch where he glued in there. And the floor, I think he said there was a bunch of holes in the floor he had to fix. And then it goes into the doors. What a pretty color, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm kind of excited to start this one.
So sad what happened to that car.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Oh, I.
Krista, you got to teach the old man how to work his camera and get rid of those emojis.
Yeah, and this is the car. This is the car where he was pre-fitting the tail lights and stuff before paint. He's got the sealer on it. Trying to get rid of this shadow. Let me turn one of the lights off.
My personal opinion is that thing is butt ugly, but that's why I love it.
Oh, I know. That's what he likes about it too.
It's just
I
so
mean,
packed full of style. At least somebody thought it was style.
if you
You
look at
know,
the tail light, actually is where the gas filler is on it. You
Krista, are
flip
you
up,
related to Ken? Why do you ask that, Slugo? Because
you,
we agree.
you flip down this part of the tail light, and the gas filler's under there. It's kind of like the 57 and 50 Tri-5 Chevys were. They even, I mean, he's documented everything. And then the roof here, I get to
Yeah,
simulate that two-tone on the roof and the rub strips again. Wait till you get to the part where he had to mask off the hubcaps or the wheel covers for the, because they're even two-tone on the hubcaps. I'm hoping this comes through on the camera, right? And this is the car sealed, ready to spray, and then this is after they did the basic color. Yeah, they called these cars the Queen of Chrome back in the 50s. There's the fenders laying there. Even the front fenders are going to have two-tone on them if you look here. The other one, the fenders were all white.
yeah. Well, at least your build's going to be easier because of all the stuff available to you now, right? I mean, you're not having to graft bodies together like you did on the
Well,
original.
that's going to depend if that 3D print's any good. James wasn't happy with it. I told him just to send it to me and let me look at it,
Yeah.
see if I can. Otherwise, he's going to have to get another slush cast resin body, and I'll have to do all that surgery I did on the first one. And here he's got it assembled. Here's the front end of the car. I think he said it took him 2 months to put that car back together.
Fiskars brand. I'll have to look for it. Is that something you can get on Amazon?
What do they want?
He was telling me Fiskars has a hobby knife
Oh yeah,
that's
Fiskars is good
comfortable.
stuff. Yeah, I think they're
Yeah,
German.
yeah, because that one's cheap.
And
Now,
here's your.
I did just switch over to this, but excuse me, I just use this exclusively for my bare metal foil, but it's a Scalpel number 11 blade. Very sharp. It's a lot narrower, but oh, get on screen, Ken. But this has really upped my game on being able to cut my bare metal foil. I mean, it's got a feather's touch
Oh
that
yeah,
cuts. Yeah. I wish it had a round handle though, and I'm sure they're probably available because
yeah.
it's
Round
a little
handles
weird when
almost
you're
a.
going around a curve. It's kind of weird with this flat one, you know.
Yeah, that's why I cut that one Exacto knife off, and a stub helps you control the corners.
And the good thing is when I have to do like my own open heart surgery,
There
I'm
you
equipped
go.
already.
Yeah, here's the wheel covers. Each one of these hubcaps took him a day to mask. That
Well,
was that was for each color. and that's what I
Wow.
get to. That's what I get to do on the model.
Yeah.
I don't know if he shows them finished or not. Yeah, on the real car they are. Yeah, so you could see how they're. I'll probably have a couple weeks just in doing those wheel covers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, it is.
I'm almost through. I know,
It's
folks, if I had the right tool for the right job, but then again, I wouldn't be live right now because I would have been done hours ago.
now this will prove his obsession. He even bought matching luggage for that car and painted it to match.
Frustrating. What did he
He's,
do? I'm sorry.
he bought matching luggage
Oh wow. Oh look at
and
that. Yeah.
painted it to match the car so when he goes to shows it'll look like they're going on vacation. I don't know if that's coming through on camera or not, but
Now, why did he love that car that much? Just because it was ugly, or is it was it like a family car that his parents had, or what's his
he
love with
told
that?
he told me the story, but the first one he had was all original. I mean, the car only had like 5,000 miles on it, the
Wow.
one that burnt,
Wow.
and that's what attracted him. This is his new house they rebuilt since the fire, with the car parked up front. And they built everything on one floor since they're getting old and his knees are failing. But,
I bet that wasn't an easy search to find another car, another
oh no,
58.
I think he said they finally found one in Tennessee.
Finally, look at that, folks. Finally, it's not big enough.
I
Not near
think
big
he
enough.
said he's got around 150 grand just in stinking parts that he put into the thing.
Right. Okay, now I'm gonna switch my blade out here.
He's definitely obsessed. He's the guy I
Okay.
was telling you that's such a big rail fan with the trains.
Yeah,
And
and I appreciate you. Thinking that I could build for him, but I think that build's a little out of my league. Even this one, even though you got the resin in one piece, yeah, of course you haven't seen that yet, how good it is or bad it is, but
right, yeah,
I'm just not there to be,
yeah,
for a guy who wants to send out and have something re-chromed instead of accepting
oh
like
yeah,
today's chrome paints. I
yeah.
don't think I could. That's too much pressure for me.
Well, that might be a pipe dream because that print is actually has the bumpers and chrome all molded in.
Oh,
So that
really? Okay.
so he may have to settle for spray chrome. I'm not crazy about it either, but just depends if I can cut the bumpers off.
I did a lot of my filming for today, but I'm doing that review for the liquid chrome airbrush spray from Fusion Firm. They sent me this to do a
Yeah.
demo. So I sprayed a bunch of stuff today, but I got to wait. They say 72 hours to cure. Now, I'm going to compare some of this to their brushed on stuff. Excuse me, this, which really levels out good if you've never tried this. You could brush that on pieces. Like you
Yeah.
wouldn't brush something really big, but you can brush a wheel really nice, an exhaust pipe, a muffler,
Right.
and it levels out just as good as spraying. You wouldn't believe it.
Huh.
But they're airbrush stuff, and you can airbrush with this. So I don't know why they came out with this,
Huh.
but I used it today and it sprayed really well.
Nice.
I mean, I'd
Yeah.
have to go get it. It's kind of all sitting to the side curing right now. It's still tacky.
Yeah.
It doesn't dry up that quick.
The last thing I attempted with the chrome spray was the all clad, and I mean it did pretty good. I thought. I I sprayed my gloss black and then did the all clad while the black was still wet, and I got the best results doing it that way.
Yeah.
For me anyway.
The
Most people
okay.
most people wait till the black is cured to spray the chrome on, but
Krista, your kids don't know what a rotary phone or anything is. My whole basement is memorabilia. I have a rotary payphone down here, and I have a rotary black old fashioned phone down here. you know, it's really cool. It's all the old stuff. Got a dial.
Yeah, snail could definitely outrun my scooter, Chet.
Does that sound like a dentist drill, or it's
Yeah, it
kind
ain't
of
too bad.
a okay?
It don't have the high pitched squeal like
Yeah.
the dental drill.
Well, that mic
I,
I got is a directional mic, and it's actually aiming away
yeah,
from the bottle, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oop, oop,
yeah,
oop.
yeah. Krista was getting pretty good at painting when she was a kid too.
You got to send me the pictures though of
Yeah,
her builds.
I gotta go up in the cold storage and find her some of her old builds. I She might correct me, but I think she was 10 or 12 back then when some of them she built.
Got to build something new, Krista. Your
Yeah,
kids are
quick.
grown, right? Are your kids old enough where you ain't got to worry about them being little ones anymore? Take time to build.
Yeah, I think probably be all right. I think Levi is 7 or 8 years old, something like that. Yeah, it's Krista about stick shift. When she was learning to drive, I told her she couldn't drive unless she learned on a stick shift. It didn't take her long to figure it out. I told her
Good.
as long as she could shift with me holding my coffee cup, not spill it, then I'd let her go out on the road. I think we had one afternoon and she had it mastered.
My wife, she swears that she could not drive a standard, but at one point, she actually got her motorcycle license. I taught her how to do that, and
Yeah,
she never really ventured out of a parking lot much. But
yeah,
I taught her how to work that clutch and that, and she could get that bike rolling and stopped and did everything. And in the parking lot, she probably never left second gear.
right.
And she actually got her endorsement. Went to Harley Davidson, took a course there, and
Yeah,
passed all that. But when we hit the real road, she panicked and
yeah.
realized how dangerous it was. So we parked that. But bottom line though is she says, "Well, I can never drive a standard." It's like you you did. If you could do it on a motorcycle, you could do it in a car. It's the
Oh
exact
yeah,
same thing,
yeah.
except for the clutch is not in your hand; it's on your left foot.
Yeah, Sluggo's Krista's my daughter. My favorite kid.
I have they just accepted being a guest on the show first week of February, I believe. Well, he has to confirm yet, but his name's Mikey from Chester's Models. He has his little
Oh yeah,
channel. He's
yeah,
like in his early 20s.
yeah,
And, his dad I met too. They build
yeah,
together. So I'm going to have the father and son team on. I thought that'd be
yeah.
cool too, to get a youngin' in here. But I'm also, I think it's just so cool that a father and son
Oh
are
yeah,
doing that. Like my dad,
yeah,
we never did that together.
yeah. I think I watched some of his videos. If I remember right, he did a couple live things. He had some kind of health surgery or something. He was building models to occupy his time, and then it developed into better things. If it's the same guy.
This is like being a barber, getting the sideburns right, trying to get them equal.
Yeah, she's my only daughter. We only have the one kid. We spoiled her rotten.
There's no girls in my family. There's
No?
four boys when I grew up,
Uh,
and I have a son, and I have a daughter. Actually, she's my stepdaughter. She was my second wife's daughter when we got married. But
yeah,
I consider myself dad, and she considers me dad.
yeah.
I
The
guess
only
girls
one you
don't run
know
in the
of, huh,
family.
Crid? She don't think she has any other brothers or sisters. Far as I know, we're safe there.
Well, what's that guy on Graveyard Car say to his daughter all the time? You come from the loins of
Yeah. That Mark, what's
Mark
his name?
War
Warmel or something.
Warman, yeah.
I call him Worm Brain. He's strange.
I love his show, but he's definitely
Oh
a
yeah.
wacko.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's
those
all for the camera.
those cars are beautiful.
Oh yeah. I like that Christine they did. That was one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, they put that giant freaking
Oh yeah.
elephant engine in there. I still have a model of Christine. I haven't built it yet.
Yeah.
Fury. It's not actually the Christine kit, but you know
Yeah.
you can make it look like it.
Yeah, mine I think I bought the 57 or 58 Fury and never built it. I got it all scribed and ready to go and put it back in the box. That's the thing when I was waiting on paint to cure and stuff, I'd pull another one out and then put it back in the box.
Yeah, I need to start doing that because like sometimes this one like this is a heavy modded car and
Yeah.
it's not always the most fun thing. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I'm not in the mood. So I really probably occasionally just should break out another one, get started on it, and just kind of
Yeah.
bounce back and forth.
I got a few that I painted and put back in boxes that I wasn't happy with, but somebody else might enjoy building them. I think the Tamiya old Beetle, I painted that gold and didn't like the color. And 63 or 64 Riviera, that was painted in pink nail polish. And I thought it was going to be really cool, and it didn't impress me none.
See, this
Yeah.
custom stuff's throwing off my mojo too because you know I love doing the paint is the first thing I go to. Well, and this kind of when you're doing this stuff, you got to hold off on the paint, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
don't want to
used to
be
doing that.
you don't want to be grinding on fresh paint, that's for sure.
Right.
Well, let's see what the cat's doing here.
But the cool part is I got the vision, you know. I don't know about you, but I always could. I picture my paint jobs. I mean, I know what exactly what it's going to look like,
Yep.
you know.
Yep. I usually didn't plan a paint job when I did them. I just get the body work ready, and then I would decide at the last minute, unless it was a paid for project. You know,
I should say
I got a story about the
it'll look exactly like I want it to as long as I don't screw it up. You know, as long as I don't
right.
screw it up, it does come out exactly like I planned.
Well, I got the nightmare story about a commission build I took on years ago. It was one of the fellows at work had the eighth scale Trans Am and wanted it done. I spent 2 months painting that stupid thing, airbrushed the bird and the pinstripes and cleared it. Had it ready to put over on the bench to cure, and I dropped the stupid thing. It was teal
Well,
with a
if
gold
everybody's
bird and stripe. Man,
people still in the room here, because I know that what I'm doing is going to be boring as heck. It's probably the conversation that's making it better, you know.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been doing this for
Yeah. I don't
quite a
know if you
while.
guys, I don't know if you guys heard what I said or not. I'm outside, and I think my signal cut out. So
I still see you. I turned your viewer, or you know, you were still on camera, and you know, I got you off camera,
yeah.
but I still hear you. I think your camera's pixelating,
Okay. Cool.
but
Yeah.
you're
Cause
not on screen.
okay. Yeah. Cause I come out to have a cig.
First car, '88 Mercury
Bad habit that it
Tracer.
is.
Not as fun as my '69 Mach 1 first car. That thing was
Yeah.
a death trap. $50
That was
minus interior, engine, and transmission. My brother had one where his frame went bad, so I had the interior, transmission, and engine for $50. I bought it from him. How lucky could you get? It was perfect. So put all that together, 5 gallons of Bondo, and a $39.95 Earl
yeah.
side paint job. and I was rolling.
Yeah. Yeah. The car Chris is talking about was somebody bought a bunch of body panels and did all the hard work, and we bought the car. That thing leaked from every place it could leak. We finally got all the leaks fixed, and then he was driving it with all them different colored panels. One day I said, "You wash it and mask it, and we'll spray it right here in the backyard." And man, that car come out nice. We did it all in Wimbledon white, the same
Ah,
color I used on my van. A
yeah.
backyard paint job, and they come out really nice.
TJ, I just read your comments about a motorcycle. Congratulations getting your license. So at 42, you bought your first bike. I've been riding since I was 16. I took an 8 year break because somebody almost killed me a couple years ago.
Oh boy,
Took 8 years, said I'll never ride again, but I ended up missing it. So I'm back into
yeah,
it again. I have a Harley
yeah,
Ultra Limited right now, nice big fat cruiser. So far, I'm
yeah,
still alive, but I love it. It's it's my true passion. But you
yeah.
can't do that this time of year, so this is the perfect second thing to be doing.
Oh yeah, yeah. If this was a nice day, I'd be out rolling around the neighborhood with the dogs. Probably
Yep.
that's our favorite pastime, especially late at night. Right, Cooper? I don't know if you
No,
got me still on screen or not. I'm back in the house.
I don't.
You
But
you,
yeah, we
you
got
want to
you on
come up
sound.
here, Cooper?
Um, Last summer I did a lot of model building, which wasn't my plan, but the channel kind of took off, and I
Yeah.
really didn't have a lot of videos out there, and I got to thinking, once
Uh-huh.
again, the small business thinker that I am is like, okay, you're on a roll, people are joining and subscribing. If you don't have a nice library of content,
Yeah.
they may forget about you as fast as they learned about you. So it
Oh
really
yeah.
kept me building models all summer long. So
Yeah.
this summer, I think I'm going to slow down a little bit on that.
Yeah.
All right, I think this is looking really good. I'll get a picture here in a second, guys. I'm just tucking the tires up inside.
Yeah. It'll be a cool build when you get her done.
Oops.
Well, I remember those cars when I was a kid. Dad had, I think, a '59 Mercury, and they'd ended up parked out in the woods. We lived out in the sticks back then, and I still remember going out there and
There.
examining the taillights on that car, how cool they were. And he had a '51 Chevy that was sitting out in the woods too, and I'd go out there and being so little, I could sit inside the steering wheel and rock back and forth. The old rusty
There.
'51 Chevy, I think it was. It was so bad that he had a gas can under the
Yeah,
hood
yeah. Come
for
on,
a
man.
fuel tank. Oh, you'll get it.
No, I mean, mocking up is not fun for me.
So
Everything
that
falls. I
so
tried
that
white
kit,
glue. I tried white glue for some mock-ups, but
yeah,
the white glue doesn't hold very well either. So,
yeah. That
all
must
right,
be
here.
that kit must be an all new tool with a separate frame. It don't have the screw body like I was thinking, or the screw bottom. Yeah, that's looking pretty good.
I think I can live with that.
Oh yeah. That thing just reminds me of my '63 Merc I had.
What do you guys think? I like that.
Got the same deep doors and everything. I think the doors on them cars were like 9 inches thick altogether.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Neat. That's cool. You're gonna keep the
Okay.
engine under the hood like a sleeper?
Uh, well, I don't know. I mean, the engine's going to be in there, and I'm going to detail out the nicest as I
Yeah.
can. But if you're at a model, I really that's the thing I don't like. I don't like taking hoods off at model shows, but
Yeah.
that's what you do.
Yeah.
Unless you do a real good job with a prop rod and hinges and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh
If
yeah.
you can get that hood opened up enough, then you can leave it.
Yeah, you'll notice that you won't see too many of mine sitting with a hood sitting next to them. I think it takes away the look of them. But if you go full detail on an engine, you want people to see it.
Yeah. So what do you guys think?
I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to foil that one.
Shackle the rear end.
Does that have
Well,
leaf springs or coils?
it has leaf springs, which are going to have to be
Yeah.
relocated because the tires are fat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But the thing is, this is not the, see, in my school, and I think a lot of us are about the same age. Yeah, old school for me would be jacked up with shackles,
Oh
but
yeah.
that's not that. This look is different. This is going to be that slam
Yeah.
modern look, because if this was my school, it'd be jacked up in the end with chrome
Oh
crankers.
yeah. Yeah.
That's what this would be if it was my taste.
Yeah. I was kind of the oddball with my
Thanks,
65. That
guys.
thing
Appreciate it.
that thing sat so low that I'd scrape when I pulled into a driveway or a gas station. It sat so low with the side pipes and everything. That might be cool to put lake pipes on that even,
What side
or have
pipes?
the yeah, or have the exhaust exit out the front fenders.
Yeah, I was gonna do that with that 40 Ford. I have them dumping in the
Yeah.
wheel well behind the tires, and you could barely see it with the right camera angle. But my original intention was
Yeah.
going to be to pipe that right through the fender.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably not going to do that here, though. I think I'll do an exhaust
Yeah.
on it. I'll probably use the kit exhaust, but I'll have to make my own tie-in to the headers because this 3D engine. I doubt if the
Right.
kit exhaust is going to match right up. I'd be
Oh
extremely
yeah.
lucky.
Yeah. You'd be lucky. You might
But
have
this
to
one,
use some
I'm sorry. We
solder
were
or
talking
something.
we were talking about motor mounts though. These motor mounts on this kit are matching right up to my 3D engine.
Hmm.
Unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah.
I got so lucky on that engine.
Hmm.
I just had to shave the cross member of the tranny a little bit. If you look under the tunnel there, I shaved a little bit of that. I got to clean it up yet, but
Well, most of them Fords had either the 352 or the 390 or a six cylinder, so it
yeah.
it would probably match right up.
All right. So, yeah, I like that look. Okay,
It
so
definitely looked like a 390. The picture of the engine you sent me, but I could be wrong.
boy, that's some rough looking edging there.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the next thing I got to do tomorrow. I'll start my body prep. Not a very nice looking edge there.
Yeah, that's a tough one for them to make the mold. They got to have
That's
parting lines somewhere to get the stuff back out of the mold. Have you
see
ever
that's gonna
seen how they? Have you ever seen how they do the molds when they're running
yeah
production?
yeah. There's a couple
Yeah,
of YouTube shots from was
yeah,
it round two that showed that.
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I'm not gonna foil that, but I'm gonna have to put something there. I'm gonna have to put a line between the two colors because I don't think it's
yeah,
gonna look right just to have a crisp edge. I mean, I can have a crisp edge where the black turns to green, but I
yeah,
think it's gonna need a pinstripe or something.
yeah,
Yeah, but I'm not sure I want to foil that because
yeah.
I just don't think the foil's gonna look right.
Back before 9/11, and I had a business trip to Chicago, and I took an extra day and stopped by Revell Monogram. And I walked in the front door, and they gave me a full tour of the place. I was there all day. And he showed me how they set the machines up. And probably spent 4 hours in the model shop where they designed the chassis and stuff. There was a guy sitting there carving a wood buck for the 44 Deluxe convertible. They do them in quarter scale and then they pantograph them down from there. It's really a cool day.
Yep.
I was
Jim,
always,
hey Jim, I met Mike at MCW at the Akron show. I think, yeah, it was Akron. I think it was, and I begged him to sponsor me. He doesn't do it.
you
he
don't do it.
said he did give a few things to Barbados Rex. Everybody's familiar with him, right? He's the guru who tests a lot of paints and products. he gave him some stuff. I made him feel bad enough though because he did hand me that color shift paint for my USAC Camaro that I'm building.
Yeah.
He handed me the base coat and the top coat of the color shift. He says, "Here, try this." And it was probably like, "Get out of here, get out of my way. Here, take this and run." you know?
Yeah.
But I told him, I says, "I'm always promoting you." He says, "Yeah, you and a lot of other guys," but I
Oh
don't do
yeah.
it. I
Yeah,
don't. He said he doesn't need to do it, and he probably doesn't.
he gets a lot of free advertisement.
yeah,
He used to be in Canton. I heard he's moving.
he's moving back. Yeah, he
Oh, is
used to
he?
be in Massillon,
Yeah.
uh, but
Yeah,
on
that's
his
right.
website, because so you can buy his stuff from Hobby Nut Models or directly
Right.
from him.
Yeah.
And on his website, it says, due to a family situation, we are relocating into Ohio tentatively in March. So I don't
Yeah.
know. He used to have a hobby store and everything.
Oh yeah.
If I understand right, I wasn't building at the time, but I don't know if he's doing all that or just going to
I
do the
want to.
paints. I'm not sure.
I want to say it was Falcon Hobby. I used to go there quite a bit back in the day. That's when we had like 8 or 10 hobby shops around here.
Oop, oop, almost,
He he
almost broke
he
my
did a
marbles.
lot of his he did a lot of his paint mixing there in the basement. If I'm remembering right, it was either Falcon. I'm trying to remember the name of the other place. Oh yeah, we used to have a real nice selection of hobby shops here. We had Miller Hobby, Ma and Pa Kettles, and Barberton. That was my favorite. That guy had old stuff from the 50s and everything, just sitting with dust on the shelves. But he was a mean old dude. You didn't go in there and try to talk him down. You either paid the price or you walk out. He was one of those kind.
The only problem I have here is the radiator is kissing this motor, and I don't even have a fan on there or an electric fan on there yet. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Well, maybe you
but
can move it to the front of the radiator support. Is there room for that?
hang on. I have an idea though.
Either that or just do electric fan like you said. And
Yeah, I'm out of those, but I guess I can get one. Okay, what I do with it? Oh, there it is. I see it.
if my memory serves me right, those actually had the auxiliary tank off in between the hose and the radiator, didn't they? The stock versions of those.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a brass tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one don't have it no more.
Yeah, so that's a tight fit there, but I do have these 1960s 3D printed radiators.
Hmm.
If I shave that big fat one out of the way and put this little guy in there, it's a lot thinner profile. And I
I wonder
have,
if you got room in front of that between the radiator support and the grill.
well,
Huh.
there is plenty of room out front. Well, I'm not sure about the bumper or the grill until I put it on there. I
Yeah,
do
because
have a
you.
shroud for the electric fan.
How deep is that grill mold? Is it possible to open it up instead of
Uh,
painting it?
I don't know. I'm gonna.
That was always one of my favorite things to do. I get the
I've
Dremel out,
never.
shave the back until the grill's open.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I
You
haven't
know,
tried that.
you'll want to do it on every car after you do one, but it has to be molded deep enough. My 55 Chevy, I think I took the Revell grill and used it instead because it was molded so deep.
Iceman has nice stuff there, Chet, doesn't he? My guy does too, though. Model Maker's Workshop. He's adding all the time.
Hmm.
Well, actually, pretty shallow. I don't know if I could shave that, but let me clip it off here. Now, what do you do here? You just twist that until it comes off the sprue, right? Is that the way you get those things off?
Yeah, just rip it off. It don't matter what you do if you're going to rechrome it.
That's what I
You,
was doing when I was a kid. When I told you I thought I was
oh
building
yeah,
good models, I used to twist them until they came off.
oh yeah, rip chunks out of the wheels and everything. They have been getting better about their mounting points on parts. I don't know if you can
Oh,
hold that up where I can see how deep the grill is or not.
it's pretty thin.
Yeah, let me see the front where you see the grill. Yeah, it's pretty thin.
Yeah.
That's kind of
It's got
iffy.
to look good with some panel liner.
Oh
It'll
yeah,
look good. But you know what? There's a ton of room up front, so I'm just going to modify that radiator. In fact, I could use that same radiator and just cut it out and move it
yeah.
forward. Yep.
No, it's like that orange Shelby GT I did. That thing was molded so shallow that I almost broke the darn grill shaving it. It's like a millimeter thick, but I was able to get through it. It
Bears one,
almost
huh,
looked
Jim?
it almost looked like a photo etch grill. Does that have
Yeah,
the
that's cool. That's a lot. That's hobby and that's modeling.
does that have the headlights molded in, or they have separate lenses?
Separately applied, which I
Oh,
love.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like that Mustang that I built for my teenage car.
yeah.
It had just chrome headlights, and I hate those things.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
I pillaged the lenses out of my Boss kit. They don't
Yep.
really look right on there though. They're just not the exact right size, and the buckets aren't exactly right. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna. I only use Mod Podge, so I think I'm gonna try to take them off, and I'm gonna see if I could just decorate the chrome headlight and see
Now,
how they look.
when you use the clear UV resin, let's say you wanted to redo a headlight bucket, does that change the look of the like the fusion perm? Does that resin change the look of it?
No, no.
No.
It'll keep. It'll be nice. It'll be crystal clear, and it won't dull up the
Yeah,
chrome below it.
I'm thinking that's what I'm going to use on the headlights on the olds. No, then after the UV resin's cured, I'll just score the lines for the headlights. You know, they have the etched surface on them,
Right.
or appear to be anyway.
Well,
So they,
folks, that's. I was just. That's what I was working on all evening. Was just cutting out and fitting the back and front wheels and getting that engine to sit right in there. Uh, so I think I got to where I need to be for tonight. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here.
yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're
So
on your way.
tomorrow I can start prepping that body and do my favorite part.
Oh yeah, standing, scribing.
Right. House of Colors. Yeah, House of Colors has got some really nice stuff.
Yeah.
I
Have you
haven't
done
used it.
the?
I used to do it when I painted motorcycles in my garage. I used to. I had a little business where I was painting motorcycle tins, and instead of somebody hiring me to do it, I would buy. I would have a set of tins and side covers and fenders, and I would do whatever I dreamt up, whether it was tribal flames,
Right,
ghost flames, whatever. And I would just do it, and then I would offer a trade where you send me your tins plus I forget what it was, like $500 back
right.
early 2000s. That way, I didn't have to live up to somebody's expectation. I was always
Oh
afraid
yeah,
like I couldn't please the guy, but if
right.
you liked what I did, then I felt a lot better about it.
Yeah, yeah. Most biker guys are pretty liberal with that stuff.
Yeah.
As far as now, have you ever done the foil under the paint for your
Yes. Mm-hmm.
like for your scripts? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of my
Yeah.
favorite things to do.
Yep, I got a video on how I did that. This one does have some script here. Maybe I might be able to do that. See where it says
Yeah,
Skyliner? That would be a good opportunity.
I was getting in the habit of actually covering those when I prime too to keep from burying detail.
Yeah.
And then do a sealer primer right before, you know, and put new foil on. It helps them get deeper. It's
What I
definitely an
do
obsession.
what I do is I expose the script after every coat. So
Right.
I'll get that on there, and then I'll do the primer,
Yeah.
and then I'll expose the letters, and then I'll do
Yeah.
my color, and I'll expose the letters again, and then I do my clear.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right way, but that's the way I do it.
I noticed when you had that duster in your hand, I forgot to put the Pentastar on the bottom of the fender.
Ah.
The little gold Pentastar.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't
supposed
even
to
notice.
that's supposed to show the driver which side's left-hand threads on a
Good
Chrysler
night,
product.
Krista. I'm signing out too.
Yep.
So have a
Night,
good
kiddo.
evening. It's midnight, after midnight. All right.
Wow,
Anyways,
is it all
guys,
right?
okay, I'm going to sign off too. I appreciate you guys joining and keeping me company. Kevin,
Yeah,
thanks for joining me.
thanks for having me on.
All right, folks. Till the
Always
next time, next Friday, Papa Papa's workshop will be with
that'll
me.
be interesting.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I think we're going to
Yeah,
have a
he's
good show
cool.
with him. So,
Yeah.
all right. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
See y'all.